Hi, hello. Oh, God. I am back today to do a little Q&A. I asked you guys for some questions on Instagram. I got my phone right here, so let's just dive into them. So I think I want to answer the questions that were most commonly asked first, and I think probably the number one was, what did you used to do before you came to Japan? Which makes sense. I talked about my career a lot in my first video, and without getting into specifics, I used to work in fashion. So I've worked in fashion for about 5 years. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense about why I would come to Tokyo, of all places, to do that. So next up is probably questions about my hair. Like, is this my natural hair color? How do I get the split dye? Number one, this is not my natural hair color. I've had the red for a few years now, but my normal hair is just like a mousy brown blonde. It's nothing to write home about. The split dye is actually not a straight back split dye. It's just the front chunk of my hair I bleached in like a quarantine manic episode. But I have to refresh it every couple of months to keep it like this. So next time I do it, I'm just gonna record it and show you how I do the split dye. So hopefully that will answer more of those questions. So next up is questions about my tattoos, like how many do you have? I don't know. More specifically, how do Japanese people respond to you being tattooed? And it is definitely not as common to be tattooed here as it is in America. And I've never had any bad experiences with being tattooed here, but it is not uncommon that tattooed people would get turned away at public bathhouses and public onsen. That's definitely changing, especially around the 2020 Olympics. I remember there being a big push to like open up onsen to foreigners, but I don't know how that went because of Corona. But don't be surprised if you get turned away in certain situations because you are tattooed here. But I've never had like a bad experience. Like, I've gone to bathhouses and stuff and it's been totally fine. I just told the people I had tattoos beforehand and asked them if it was okay. It was fine, so I have no good or bad experiences really to report. So getting into some more specific questions, do you watch anime? I don't really watch anime. The first time I came to Japan was around 2015, and I think that's when Attack on Titan was really big, so I got really into that because I saw it everywhere. But since then, I've watched some things here and there, but I wouldn't say I'm super into it, or I definitely don't know a lot about it, but I think I'll probably watch more of it now that I'm here. Do you have a boyfriend? Okay, first off, let's change that to partner. Second, no, I think it would have been incredibly difficult to move countries if I was in a committed relationship. I am definitely more focused on settling in here in school now. You never know what's gonna happen, and besides, the crushing loneliness only sets in when the sun goes down. So I'm doing okay. Are you gonna live in Japan forever? No, probably not. There is a lot of other places that I would like to live, including New York City, and if 2020 taught me anything, it's that you never know what's gonna happen, so I'm here for now, and then we'll see what happens. So this question was asked by Taylor B, who actually has an amazing YouTube channel based in Tokyo, so I will link her down below, but she said, where did you find a dog-friendly quarantine space? Girl, it was so hard. I think probably the only way to bring a dog and quarantine in Japan right now is to do Airbnb. That's like literally the only option that I know of, so if you need to do it, Airbnb. Do you have friends over there? Kind of yes and no. I don't know a ton of people that live in Tokyo super well, so I ended up reaching out to a bunch of mutuals I had on Instagram and was just like, hi, do you want to be friends? I did the same thing to some people that I found out were going to my same school. Oh, also my friend Haley, who lived in Tokyo for a really long time. What an absolute angel she is. She just sent me the contact info for a bunch of her friends and was just like, hey, this girl's new to Tokyo. If you're looking for a friend, hit her up. How sweet was that? So yeah, I have a bunch of people I plan to meet up with, and like hopefully those will turn into friends. Okay, hi. So the audio in this clip got all messed up, but I'm going to edit it in now because I think that it's an important question to answer. And the question was, why did you come to Japan now? Why didn't you wait until after Corona? Whenever the end of Corona is going to be. The answer is all of my paperwork was set to expire. So not only my visa, but all the paperwork I had prior to that, that's only good for a certain amount of time, and all that stuff was expiring. So if I would have waited, I would have had to resubmit everything, and not knowing what the situation was going to be in a month or a year, I didn't want to risk it, so I just decided to submit all my final stuff and go as soon as possible. So that's why I'm here now. All of my stuff was going to expire, and I didn't have the time and money to do it all over again. Okay, back to normal me. Bye! How tall are you? I'm 5'2". I think I look a little bit more like 5'3", but yeah, 5'2", 5'3". What's your favorite place outside of the major cities? Ooh, I think this is a really good question, and the first thing that comes to mind is a place called Kawagoe, which is really close to Tokyo. It's like a 20 or 30 minute train ride, but it is like an Edo period historic town. It is so beautiful. It feels so old and so historic, but the streets are beautiful, the food is great. It'd be really easy to come to Tokyo and do that as like a really quick half-day trip. Would definitely recommend that. Where's the best ramen at? I don't know a lot about Tokyo ramen, but I will say if you're in Fukuoka, go to Ippudo. That's amazing ramen. Oh, I think they also have one in New York City, if I remember correctly, but Ippudo for sure. Honestly, I think the answer to this question is just like wandering around and going into like a random restaurant you find, and you're like gonna find fantastic ramen really anywhere. So that's my real tip, is just like go into random restaurants. You'll have a great time. Ooh, what's something I shouldn't do when I come to Japan? Stop calling Japanese people cute. Stop taking pictures of random Japanese people and calling them cute. I don't like that shit. That shit doesn't sit right with me. It's creepy. Stop doing it. Stop. What's the COVID situation like? I don't really know. Tokyo might be going back into a lockdown. The cases are definitely on the rise, and with New Year's, I feel like that probably couldn't have been good, so we'll see the effects of that in a week or two. So, I don't know. We'll see. Stay home, wear your masks wherever you are. Okay, battery died, but I'm back. Next question. Do you speak Japanese? Yeah, some. I studied Japanese before I came here. I've also already taken a JLPT, which is the Japanese Language Proficiency Test. So I have some level of conversational Japanese. I just wouldn't say I'm particularly good at it. How do you get your teeth so white? I don't think they're really that white, but I just use Tom's natural toothpaste, and like every once in a while I put on a white strip. I don't know, nothing crazy, nothing special. So the last one I'll end on is, how's the apartment hunt going? Not good, not great. I'm having a really hard time finding pet-friendly properties in the area that I want to live, or that I want to live in at all. So I still have some time here before I have to figure it out, but it's kind of hard. It's not going great. Ugh. Okay, and with that, I think those are all the questions I'm going to answer today. Thank you so much for asking them. Hopefully that gave you some insight into me or Japan or anything that you wanted to know. As always, leave your questions, comments, and concerns in the comment section down below. Oh, keep letting me know of things that you want to see. Oh, I'm gonna vlog this week because I'm officially out of quarantine. I'm allowed outside, so I'm really excited to start vlogging. So if there's anything that you want to see, let me know. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna go eat. Goodbye.